What's going on?
Hi.
Hey,
there
I am.
The other arrived.
Oh no.
Hello. I hope. Who will? Yeah, I'm going to need the 5 of you to be in a battle royale to find out who will be the next GM for this session. Yes. Hello. Hi. Apologies. Someone released a bunch of gremlins into my computer setup. I think. Yes, I think there are still some lurking that I've yet to find, but find them I shall, hopefully. Is the audio okay? Because that's if I'm like 3 business days behind my voice, that's fine.
You're a little laggy for me, but I think your voice is clear.
Yeah, I can see a little laggy
Voice is
video.
clear.
Voice is clear.
Okay. So if I was like, "Way," then we just
The pixels take you.
have to. The pixels take me. Okay, yeah. The lag vortex consumes me. Well, you know what? We work with the tools that we have. So, hi, my name is Liam Dan. This is Was Elsewhere. If you couldn't tell, this is live. We are here to play some Fabula Ultima, which is a fantastic game. And this is our 3rd session of it. Hi, Alec.
Hello.
You're getting better.
That was great.
Slightly quicker each week. Each week is getting slightly quicker. Hello, Theo.
Hello.
Hello, JC.
Hiya.
Hello. Hello, Georgia.
Hello.
Hello. And hello, Carl.
Hi.
Hi. So, yes, we are going to be returning to our pilgrims who have taken the speedy train off the side of a mountain, thanks to a rather grumpy bunch of so-and-sos and what appears to be their pet world spirit. We'll see what's up next. If you are interested in the story that we are playing, this being a prequel to our upcoming 4th major campaign that will start soon after this one, then consider giving us a like on YouTube, a subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, jump over into our Discord. The link is in the description where we can natter about what's been happening in the session. I can upload art and kind of thrash out some ideas with everyone in the community. If you want to play Fabula Ultima, there is also a link in the description with our affiliate link to DriveThruRPG, where you can grab a digital copy of the rules. You can grab Press Start, which is like their introductory starter pack for free, and then you can buy the rules proper. Using our affiliate link doesn't cost you any extra, but does give us a teeny tiny bit of a kickback, which is amazingly helpful. We also have a membership program on YouTube and Patreon, and that gives you early access to some content such as the Daggerheart campaign run by the beautiful Nate, who's lurking in chat. I see you. To Tales from Elsewhere Sanctuary, that's releasing weekly. Coming up to the end of that, but yes, you could see the finale a week earlier than all the other schmucks. So, who would like to, lag permitting, jump back into it?
Yes, please.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Buttons not working. Buttons not working.
War. It has affected us all. And now there are those who honor the past to celebrate the peace we have won.
Hi, my name's Carl, and I'm playing Kaya, Sangovar Elemental Pugilist.
Hi, I'm Alec, and I will be playing Ruvain, an Asival rebellious dancer.
Hi, I'm JC. I'm playing Veronica, a Loravar mercenary priest of Yala.
I'm Georgia, and I'll be playing Elspeth, a retired Wolfkin sellsword.
Hello, my name is Theo, and I'll be playing Walter, a Lorivar eccentric artificer.
And my name is DM Dan. I will be the games master for this adventure.
Some say we have peace when the fighting is done. But tell me, how hard will you fight to keep the peace we have?
Listen well, child, for many roads are walked not by desire, but by necessity. The path to safety, whether for oneself or for those placed in our care, is seldom gentle. It winds through storm and shadow, over weary miles, and through trials that test the heart more than the body. Fear will whisper that the burden is too great, that hardship is reason enough to turn aside. Do not heed it. For suffering upon the road is but a passing thing, while the peace found at journey's end may shelter generations. To endure pain in service of a kinder tomorrow is no curse, but courage. Yet even courage falters when carried alone. So keep companions close. Let fellow hands share the weight, and let their voices steady your steps. More than this, remember always those for whom you travel, not as numbers, nor as duties, but as living souls, with names, hopes, laughter. When you see them truly, the road will grow lighter. And so, we find the 5 of you, our 5 pilgrims, at the base of Mount Yuji, the impressively large mountain, or almost singular mountain in the south of the region, known as Caliphar. Having descended from the alpine peaks of Mount Yuji, having the peaks that home no less than 20 shrines to the 20 dragons, the gods of elsewhere, you find yourself in a world that is at the very least a little bit warmer. The fields in this summer, the plains that surround you are a beautiful emerald green. The wildlife able to flourish in the short, more temperate months of the year in Caliphar. But what should be an idyllic and tranquil scene is marred by a sense of panic, of dread, of foreboding. And the 5 of you glance round, you can see a number of worried faces. Other pilgrims that have managed to make it off the mountain, surrounded by a number of the priests. At the very least, you can see the purple-dressed priest that you all know to be colloquially called Melodani, in honor of the goddess Melodani. As these faces frantically search round to make sure that everyone that they know and care for is accounted for, the rumbles and the chaos of the mountain-wide avalanche still audible crashing along the mountain in front of you. What happened? Says Melodani, the lightning infused Auran sprite, and turning her head, she sees you, Ruvain. But you sound. Did I see you go past on a door?
Ruvain just nods, like, yes, we did. Yes, you did. Still kind of freaking out over what happened.
And like Melodani, it just sort of like blinks at you a couple of times, and by the high halls, are you okay?
I think so.
She says, sort of like addressing all of you.
Yeah.
I mean, we just slid down a blooming avalanche, didn't we? So, are we okay? I think we're doing all right in the grand scheme of things.
When
We
the
have
gods
survived.
close one door, they open another.
The sprite looks at you, sort of like slightly slack-jawed, Veronica, and
She jokes.
I mean, if this is the consequence of opening and closing doors, I would rather the gods just didn't.
Dan, I have a question for you.
Well,
What
hopefully I
happened
have
to
an
that? What happened to that cake after all of that? That Ruvain's
The
been
cake.
carrying this whole time. Yeah.
For half a cake.
The half the cake. They still have
I
it.
will ask of you
Mm-hmm.
a dexterity. Dexterity insight.
Okay.
That being sort of like your best sort of like knowledge of the physical presence about your person. If anyone wants to open up their character sheet, hit C while your characters aren't on screen.
Is it just open, right? Open.
Roll
roll.
me an open check, please. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's see what happens to this cake. I don't.
It's okay. It's not a fail. It is quite squashed. It's certainly lost its structural integrity. Clearly, at some point, you've been able to, like, in your bag, in your satchel, there's been I suspect when the five of you sort of like had to hard jink around the tree, when Elspeth was like using her hammer as a rudder, that sort of like thrown you onto your right hand side. So like as you hold this cake in your hands, like in the packaging it's in, like you can almost see an indent the exact size of your hip.
Oh no! Yeah, Ruvain's just kind of like having it in their hand, going, "I'm so sorry." Squash cake.
As you, the sort of like, did you take a look at the cake before, like when you were given it?
No, they just kind of took it and was like, "Okay, I need to go to Tione."
Okay. In which case, like in this moment, the box, like the carrying box that it was in, is kind of crunched enough that it's slightly open, and like the wind sort of like blows the lid of the cake open a little bit, and like on this half a semicircular cake, it's been cut in half, and it looks like a beautiful, almost like a tiramisu type cake. Like it's got a really kind of rich brown, almost glossy top. You can see half of a message that you can intuit as saying, like, wishing you the speediest recoveries, kind of thing.
Oh.
So it's just like, speediest recoveries is the text that you can see, and then what appears to be an icing fondant of a priest wearing similar robes to Melodani here, but these ones in grey. But where your hips landed on it, like Tione's face is now like a kind of squished out, like right across the nose, right across the nose.
Oh no.
And Melodani is looking at this cake and then looks up to you, and it's clear that she's a bit like upset and put out, but as it also she glances back at the still active avalanche, and there are worse things to lose today, she says, and then she stops. And did you manage to get to Tione?
No, we were. It ended at the shrine of Baharan, and we couldn't go any further. That was where it started.
There were intruders.
Okay, go on to you.
There were intruders, murderers in the shrines. We got to Venthurians before we had a fight with these strangers. I've never seen armor like it before. They set off the avalanche. We
killed most of them.
We did kill most of them, yes, but their leader perhaps escaped. Even so, there's a big problem. We need to get word that there is an issue at the top of this mountain.
The Melodani kind of looks to you. Her jaw hasn't really unslackened all that much since, in quite some time. And what do you mean? How do you start an avalanche?
Usually you summon some sort of big creature that kind of looks like a world spirit that somewhat seems to have control over the very material of the earth beneath the snow, and kind of causes that to shift in a way that causes all the snow on top of it to fall down, and then a cascade happens where snow hits snow, hits snow, hits snows, and
Melodani.
What Kaya says.
I'm sorry. It sounds like you just suggested that they conjured some sort of world spirit.
Unfortunately, that is exactly what happened, which is why we need to speak to someone as soon as possible. Is there a way of sending word, or do we need to go into town ourselves? It's very important.
You can't see like Melodani's upper half of her face for the ceremonial like coverings.
ceremonial poker visor.
Yeah. But the face that you can see, you see it sort of like drain of color as you report what you're reporting, or what you've seen. This mountain is deliberately secluded, but yet you're absolutely right. We do need to get words to the towns and settlements nearby. And she kind of looks around, and she's looking around. It looks like she's kind of looking for people in particular, and like you see. As this like little 3.5 foot tall, like lilac skinned sprite like walks around, you can see that like her fingers are twitching and sort of like waving more and more rapidly, clearly as the pressure is building up and up more in her.
Can I try and calm her down? Can I try and use, I don't know, my kind of old twinkly Walter charm to reassure her and say that we are going to be okay, but we just need to send word and to trust that that's we're doing everything that we can.
I'm gonna say yes. I feel like this has to be something with willpower. So either willpower, or willpower. How are you approaching it? What's the nature of what you're saying?
I feel like the nature is that we must remain calm, and I feel like he gets to her level because obviously he's a taller Laravar man. I think he'll gently stop her because he can tell that she's freaking out, and that's absolutely fair. But he has gone through war. He understands what this is, so I think he will kneel down to her height. He can't see her eyes, but he will cup two of his hands in hers, and he will just very gently say, "Okay, I think we just need to breathe for a second. This is very important, and I trust that you can do this. Okay. As a priest of Melandani, you can do this. I know you can, but we need to do this with a clear head."
Yeah, that sounds like you're kind of being quite logical and procedural. So I guess we'll say an insight, willpower.
Okay.
That said, as you go to reach for her face, you can see that your hand is also shaking.
Yeah. Yeah, I've still got shaken.
You've still got that shaken on you. And note if anyone notices the pause and would like to help out, please by all means. Walter, if you want to open this as a insight willpower group check, and then anyone that wants to chip in, explain how, and then tag in.
I'm just seeing that scene from Naked Gun where it's like, I'm not doing it. Let me give it a go. And they just one people after another just start queuing up to calm them down.
All right. I think Ruvain is going to help as best they can, since they're probably quite shaken as well, but they're a bit more you know how when you just come out of a really, really intense situation and you're weirdly calm at the same time you're freaking out? That's kind of what they are at the moment. And they're still in that mode, so that's why they're a bit okay, I have to do this, I'm going to help. And I can invoke a bond. There we go.
I think Elsabeth will, I think she's seen a lot, and I think her, general just demeanor barely ever changes. She is like a rock in a fast-flowing stream. And I think just her looming behind Walter with just a very stoic expression is oddly calming. And she will invoke her bond with Walter.
She makes everybody feel safe, basically, just being there.
Just being there with Hammer.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! She didn't help.
Can you not invoke a Fabula point for that?
I think
you
can.
I don't know.
I have 10 Fabula points.
I've spent so many of mine already.
Dan's vanished for me.
We've lost Dan. Well, okay, so we're taking over the street. Everything's fine, guys.
Yeah, so we go back up the mountain, we defeat the bad guys, and everything is great and wonderful.
It's great. We all go home and have a party. We do a second wedding ceremony.
I want everyone to give me
having a great
dex check for your dance moves. Just an open check. Highest number is you're really, really getting into it. If you get a critical success, that is you doing the robot before the robot has been invented.
We invent the robot.
You get a robot, yeah.
Stan, I don't know if you've seen in the chat, for those not listening to this and being like, what's going on, and they listen to it as a podcast, Janice has wrote in the chat, rocks fall, you all die. Thanks, Dan.
I think JC might also have frozen.
No,
JC's here.
I've got a JC.
Oh,
JC is here.
Frozen for me.
No, Dan just disappeared. He's just not in the chat anymore. He's in the chat. He's having a whale of a time. Yeah. Does anyone else want to help me with my group check?
I tried.
Oh.
I don't know how to spend a Fabula point.
Right click on the roll, and there should be options for re-rolling.
There's evoke trait to reroll, invoke bond.
Invoke bond will be fine because you only need a 10 to pass. So if you want to invoke your bond with Walter, that will be enough.
He believes in us all.
Dad's back.
And I can't.
Oh, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back, man.
I'm gonna evoke. There we go. Oh no. Oh. There we go. Success. Yeah.
Okay. So you're stoic and silent. Admiration, loyalty, and affection. Just convinces Walter to do better.
Always.
I think Kaya can't really help here. I think she'll just make any situation worse. Just the way she is as a person, so Kaya will not hinder.
Okay. And Veronica?
In that case.
Veronica is still like in a little bit of. She's pretending to be nonchalant, but she's still in a little. From the events of the mountain, she's just stood back. She's got a little clay pipe, smoking, assessing the other survivors.
Nice. So right, well let's roll my support group check. Let's roll my group check and see what happens.
Okay.
That's a 16 success.
+5 takes you to 16. Oh, who have we lost? We've lost Georgia.
We've lost Georgia.
Oh, it's all kicking off tonight.
I don't know why.
Okay,
Oh, there she is.
16.
We can see Georgia now.
There she is.
Sorry,
Hello.
you had frozen for me, so I was just clicking.
The gremlins are running wild tonight. Okay, so with a group success of group check of 16, that is a success. And Walter sort of like surrounded by your companions, you're able to sort of like still your shaking hands and then kind of pass that confidence and assuredness onto Melodani. And as you do, like, and she stops kind of quivering as you kind of so hang you're where is it you're
I was
grabbing?
cupping her hands. I'm cupping her hands, not her face.
Okay.
So
Sure. So in which case, as you kind of lay your hands gently on her tiny little sprite hand, she stops and then sort of like looks up to you, and then her mouth slowly kind of closes, and then you see her lips kind of purse together ever so slightly in this look of kind of determination. And you're right. Okay. And she sort of like looks around and can one of you lift me up?
Turn to Elspeth.
You all look at Elspeth.
Elspeth strides forward.
Okay.
My wife will
so
carry
as
you
you-
the best you've ever been carried. This is.
I will.
As you scoop up this sprite and sort of like hoik her up, she kind of looks to the gathered crowds, and there's this kind of general rumbling of confusion and kind of panic throughout this kind of group of people. And you can see some are sort of like starting to stray back towards the mountains if they're planning on sort of like trying to rescale it. And listen, everyone! She kind of shouts out, and heads begin to turn towards her. We need to let people know what has happened here. I need 3 groups to gather. One group needs to head to Rumakuji. One group needs to head to Ruma Yoshitaka, and one group needs to head round the mountain to Varang. They are the closest settlements, and they need to be told what has happened here. Who is going to volunteer? And as there's a bit more of a rumbling, and eventually some sort of like groups of people start kind of filtering forward. You see some other priests kind of stepping forward and, oh, I'll do it. And Elsabeth, she asks you to kind of drop her back down. And then, yeah, as these groups gather, she turns to the five of you. Thank you. I think we'll be able to handle this. We'll sort out the groups to head to the three settlements nearby. But someone needs to get word to Harukaze as well. It's a longer journey, and it's going to be quite perilous. But are the five of you up to the task?
Well, to be honest, it's where we came from, so we're going to be heading back that way anyway.
That's true. That is where we're headed.
She nods. Well, if you... I appreciate that dawn is soon approaching, but if you begin heading out, you may be able to find somewhere to camp on the road before the sun rises. It's as you well know, it is approximately an 18-mile journey, so it won't take you too long, but still, please be careful. If Mount Yuji can be attacked, then who knows what lies on the road. I say, don't worry about Kuji, Yoshitaka, and Varang. We'll have those covered. You just focus on getting back to Harukaze.
Thank you for your help.
And with that, she sort of like smiles and nods. And may the gods be with you.
Thank you.
So, with that in mind, is there anything that the five of you want to do before you set off?
I don't think there's anything, for me at least, other than get going.
Yeah. Start walking.
Kaya?
Can we hire some sort of, I don't know, like, keeping with the theme, some sort of like stride bird thing? Chocobo joke, sorry.
Unfortunately, all of the yellow feathered beasts that roam this wild area are stationed up at are primarily kept to Harukaze. Now, none of you decided to bring one of these wonderful feathered beasts with you.
Oh well.
So yeah,
No,
you're gonna have to walk.
Let's get walking then.
That was so scary.
Just one last anything for anything Veronica wants to do before you head off?
She's just spent the last 20 minutes or so checking on survivors and patching up minor wounds and splinting broken bones, and just she's gone into work mode basically. And then the other members of the party sort of come and collect her.
Okay. Are you visibly shaken in any way, or is it more of a does work mode bring with it this kind of stern look of I haven't got time for your shit kind of thing, like you're just on it?
Yeah. She hides her emotions quite well, but she is sort of spiritually shaken by the prospect of more conflict involving world spirits and gods and things that can end and start war. She thought she was done with that.
Yeah, no, that is fair. Okay. In which case, the four of you find Victoria, and you're able to kind of convince her to sort of like pause. Because you can see that there are a number of other priests and priestesses wandering around who are also kind of using their divine magic to kind of patch people up as best they can.
Come on, V. We're heading out. You don't need to fix everything. Got a job to do. Leave some for the others, all right?
Yeah, she sort of snaps out of her little pragmatic hypnosis and follows Kaya.
Okay. In which case, the five of you, like, say you're like Meladani, kind of says goodbye to you another time, and yeah, you can see quite hearteningly, thanks to your help, like she's managed to kind of gather these groups that are still kind of growing as you begin to leave, like these groups that will kind of head off to, say, the towns of Ruma Yoshitaki, Rumakuji, and Varang. So for some context, you know that if someone is able to get to, beg your pardon, Ruma Yoshitaki, Rumakuji are both towns that are both traditional towns of the goblins that live up in the northwest of the region, in the capital of Ruma, Hironobu. And the goblin sort of like train line connects Yoshitaki and Kuji back to Hironobu. So if they're able to kind of get alarms raised in those two goblin towns, then word can also go back to the capital to let the goblins know. Varang to the south is a is a town built on the side of a lake that you know is primarily populated by wolfkin and keepers that sailed in from the seas and once upon a time as mercenaries, and have since kind of set up this sort of like this somewhat fledgling kind of trade town. Is it a trade town? They're kind of a little bit isolationist. They kind of keep themselves to themselves. They're very kind of salt of the earth people. But yeah, they're effectively nomads that have settled. You get the suspicion that if someone were to raise the alarm in Varang, then either one of the Varangians or whoever else could travel up the river to Bunia, which is the Asavar settlement in the kind of the marshes south of Ruma Hironobu. So, yeah, by kind of spreading out, and then with you lot heading up to Harukaze, effectively the whole region will be primed and prepped. So, we find you traveling. So at this point, thinking about it, because it was nighttime when you first met the Vengers at the Shrine of Banthurion. So it is like late, early morning, I guess. Like we're talking 2-3 a.m. How far are you planning on traveling before you take a rest?
A few miles.
Yeah, I feel like we'll be
like if we're exhausted, we'll be climbing a mountain all day.
Yeah, but we do want to start.
We want to get as far as we can. So maybe 3 or 4 miles, maybe more.
Okay.
How big are your hexes, Dan?
These are 1 mile hexes.
Okay.
So
the average walking speed is about 3 miles an hour, so if we can walk like 3 hexes in an hour and then
rest.
So I noticed we'll be heading north and crossing the line of this railway between Yoshitaka and Koji. Yes. Perhaps there's like a viaduct we can shelter underneath.
Oh, that is a very good shout. And that is perfectly sort of like 3 miles away. So, if you're all happy to do that and sort of like head up and take shelter under by the train tracks. Okay, so in which case, the journey up is the region itself is relatively peaceful. That's why you don't have to hire guards for pilgrimages up to Mount Yuji. So this first hour of the journey is relatively uneventful. before after pretty much as the hour comes round, you can see this long, you can see the track of this goblin engineered railway system span from the horizon on the left all the way to the horizon on the right, kind of crossing between that this kind of train cart was originally built on the goblins mining operations in the area, centuries and centuries, maybe millennia ago, and that's a lot of the trainway, like the railway, is subterranean, but then every so often, so you at this point here, for example, between Yoshitaka and Kuji, the railway.
I think the goblins got him again.
The railways have taken
Railway.
him.
Railway. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Amanda said, "Oh butts" in the chat. Oh butts.
Oh, butts indeed.
So again, how are we going to break the game while he's not here?
We just travel all the way across the map.
We find a portal. We pass
You
through
can't
it.
stop us now.
Oh, he's a cannon.
Unlimited live.
Dad?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Am I back?
Oh, there you are.
Hello. Okay. Right. Hello. Worryingly, my chat didn't come through to thing, did it?
It did, but it come through as party.
If you had the party selected, it talks through whoever you have selected.
Yeah. No. Okay. So I'll sort that. So yeah. Sorry. The train track every so often breaches ground. Oh, sorry. Where did I get to before I disappeared?
Yeah, that's where you got up to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. In which case, at points, the train track kind of breaches ground and travels over land, because if nothing else, it's just easier for the goblins to construct it that way, especially, but primarily in the sections where it went from being like a subterranean mining operation to a transit system. So, generally speaking, the distances between towns is overland. But yeah, tell you what, Veronica, as you arrive at this kind of train track, would you say you know much about like the goblin train system, like how it operates, sort of what the history of it is, or is it relatively new to you?
It's relatively new to me. I think I've been checking out the station at Harukaze and trying to get my bearings there with the whole thing. But otherwise, I haven't really explored it.
Sure. I mean, in which case, I mean, certainly for you, Walter, because you all passed over this train track originally, and you know that the construction of like the step from sort of like goblin minecart to locomotive was primarily thanks to this sort of like ingenious idea of using like elementals, effectively condensing elementals into sort of like a power core, and using that to like using a mix of sort of elemental cores to generate enough to generate power natively, then convert that into kinetic and then move. Like it's a technological marvel. Is it something that on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does it blow Walter's mind? Because I should say that there's not. What is this the first kind of locomotive system that you've encountered?
It's interesting. I think probably. I think if it's not been in Avonmore, which I feel like is the center of most artificial technologies, then if this is like new technology that he's not seen before that's not come over towards Avalor as of yet. He thinks it's great. He will babble about it, and like to anyone who wants to listen, he will definitely be like, so like the elementals, they reduce them, and they use that energy to fuel the core to get the cart move. It's incredible stuff. Yes, and to move so fast across, like, yes, of course we can use portals. I understand portals are very important, but this also creates jobs for locals. It also creates speed for people who don't have magical use. It's a fantastic find, fantastic.
I think at this point, Ruvain probably follows Walter and Elsafet like a lost duckling. So they'll probably be right there listening and just...
We have adopted a child.
Amazing. Okay, well, JC, is your as this wonderful idea came from yourself, like Walter's currently going on. Walter's doing his guided tour routine again, sort of like talking all about the marvels of this Goblin Trains network. Now you're kind of seeing it again, and is there anything? What's the one thing that kind of really stands out to you about it, that you marvel at, or just like have a strong opinion of?
I think she's looking at the countryside around this railway that's been suddenly interrupted by this new technology, and it reminds her of the place where she grew up, which she doesn't think about very often. But it was a similar like pastoral scene that got very much ruined by progress and war and things, and she feels a bit conflicted about that, despite sort of half listening to Walter's explanation of the technology.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, as you sort of like, in a way, kind of wander away from Walter, who's, I think, Theo, is it fair to say, babbling?
Babbling is
excitedly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's keeping him distracted from whatever hellscape they've just dealt with. So he's like, oh, something new and ordinary that I can hyper focus about and not worry about for now.
Okay. In which case, yeah, as you kind of take a moment to step away, Veronica, you are able to find like a suitable place for the five of you to make a camp. And yeah, if you also wish, you may how does one long rest in the Fabula Ultima? Does anyone have at least 4 IP?
I do. I have 6. Yeah, I haven't used mine yet, so I do.
You have 6. Okay. So Ruvain, Elizabeth, Veronica, you still have almost like full supplies from when you on you. So between one of the 3 of you, if one of you buys produces a magic tent, just pulls a campsite out of your bag. Who would like to produce the camp?
I think Elspeth might do that. I think she always keeps supplies of that kind on her from her days as a wanderer. So I think it makes sense that she would be prepared for a walk.
In which case, I'll share the inventory with you all. If you drag the magic tent to your character sheet, I believe that automatically deducts the points.
They should already have it on the character sheet now.
I think you need to put them in, because I have to put them in once I start using it. Like, you can find it in the codex thing.
It's here. I don't know how to use it.
Drag it
if you
into
click on
items.
There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, was that double?
Triple.
Tripled.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Okay. We reduced just the one tent. Too many campsites. Too many campsites.
I am always prepared.
Just start popping up mushrooms like. Boop, boop.
Okay, so Georgia, if you click on the spend 4 IP, that will deduct
Yep.
4 IP from Elizabeth. Perfect. And between Elspeth, what are the constituent components of the campsite once you've collectively finished setting it up?
I think it's quite a large but rudimentary tent, like sort of wooden bones and maybe kind of animal skin coverings, and then the campfire next to it, sort of made with stones and a little arched set of twigs. I can describe things.
It's perfect. Okay, so it is effectively like a large tent that has enough space to sleep all of you together.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
Cool.
I mean, it effectively is. That sounds almost like a magic tent. So that's perfect. Grand. So the campsite is set up, and you're able to around that campfire gather rounds to because I don't think any of you have eaten pretty much since you arrived at the mountain, right?
Nope.
So yeah, I think that the hunger will absolutely be setting in, especially after such a stressful night. Who's going to be the one that's prepping the food, and what is it?
Uh-oh. I feel like Ruvain would not be good at this, so I'm gonna sit back.
All right, give me a few seconds. Give me a bit. I'll be back in a moment.
You're
Just
gonna find
cracks a
tossing
knuckles.
animal.
Yeah, just
Just wrestling a boar and then dragging it back.
drag an entire bear in. Yeah, just sort of bear. No biggie. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too hard.
Okay. Is this a moment where you're like, hold my beer, everyone, crack your knuckles, and then we just flash cut, and then there's this hulking great beast just on a spit over the fire.
Yeah.
And if
To
not,
make
I'll spend a
barbecue.
Fabula point on it. A necessarily sized beast.
Ruvain is just gonna help breaking the stick for like a barbecue, you know.
We
Just put
actually
meat on it.
expand the campsite like the
Yeah.
fire.
Amazing. Okay, so with food kind of sorted, are there any? Oh, gone.
No, so I generally see someone like Walter stepping up the side car and going, "How? Don't, just don't think about it. Seriously."
Just silently shush him. Lift a bicep, and then carry on. So, tell you what, Kaya, is there anyone you're having a moment with around the campfire as you all begin tucking in?
I think Kaya won't seek anyone out herself, but will talk to anyone who seeks her out. Like, she's definitely someone who's always in her own sort of like headspace and everything, and she's talkative, but you know, she's never actively engaged other than that one time where she clocked Ruvain in the nose, but you know.
Okay. In which case, yeah, does anyone offer themselves as tribute for a little campfire natter? Has anyone got the speech bubble that appears above their head?
Ruvain is too like mouth stuffed with barbecue. They're so hungry right now. Just like chomping away.
Elizabeth? Or Veronica?
Yeah, I will.
Go on, JC. Let him have it.
I am gonna wait for Ruvain to take a breath between bites of food. And then,
We haven't eaten for so long, they're literally inhaling food right now.
and I'm going to offer her a little smoke on my tobacco pipe. Do you indulge in this vice, or is it just the bones that you throw?
They just kind of look at it very curiously. Like, I've never smoked before, but they want to try. Just kind of staring at it very, very
It
suspiciously,
might help
but
with
like
the flavor of the beast.
you kind of take it and just looks at it very like, how the hell do I do this? Put it in their mouth a bit like, do I? Then they inhale and coughs very, very loudly because it went through the wrong place.
Is it a cough that makes the smoke come out your nostrils?
Yes.
Amazing.
Like a full hard cough because they didn't just kind of go, they just went and just and then everything's
We've all
everywhere.
done it.
Yeah, Veronica laughs. She's sort of expected that to happen. I have pegged you as something of a risk taker.
Do you? They're not like being sarcastic. They're just not very self-aware. So they just like look genuinely a bit confused, but not in like super like, oh, you know, I've never like done anything before, but more like, do I really come across that way kind of deal.
Well, perhaps when we get back to Harukaze, there's a game of dice that I can interest you in.
Immediately eye shining. Like, oh, of course, that sounds fun.
What's your usual game? Yahtzee, Farkle, something else?
The player has no idea what any of that means, but I am trying to get. so I'm gonna try my best. But so they're like, I've tried different things, but I haven't really found any. I like trying different ones. So if there's anything new, I'd love that.
Of course. Well, I'm here to teach young soldiers a lesson, even in peace. I'm a big fan of vice because it's often a symptom of peace, even a moment between cannon fire.
So Ruben's gonna take out a little bag and show Veronica their dice collection. All the different colors and, you know, made of different things, and show them this one I got from when we went through this town and all of that.
Yeah, Veronica's gonna listen.
So I was going to say, Ruben, are you about to tell us that you play this game where you pretend to be someone else, and then every different character has their own dice set, and you know,
It's called Normals and Homeowners.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Normals and homeowners. The dream we all have. We can pretend that we all live normal lives and have homes. and we roll to check all the, you know, the mundane stuff.
amazing. Sorry, but beg your pardon. Continue.
So when you roll a 6 on this one, it explodes. Is that right? Is that the rules of the game?
Yes, that's it. And yeah, just keep on like chatting about the rules. I know more about card games, okay?
Are there any? So, as Veronica and Ruvain kind of begin talking through games to play back at Harukaze,
Actually, I do have one I wouldn't mind doing.
all
Yeah,
the speech bubblers appeared. Go.
I imagine like she's sort of keeping the fire stoked by literally picking up logs, and they burst into flames in her hands, and she's sort of throwing them on. And I don't want to sort of speak for you, George, but I imagine like she sees a moment of between Elsabeth and Walter, and she's sort of like, that must be nice.
Excuse me?
Having something to fight for. Like,
It is. I have fought with nothing to fight for, and I have fought with something to fight for, and I can tell you what is better.
he seems to love you very much.
I hope he does. We are married.
I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah, but you know what I mean. It's obvious, you know. Sometimes you look at things and it's not always clear, but when you look at you two, it's just like there's the odd look here and there, even in like the throes of battle. You know, you two have always got each other in your eyesight. You know, you're constantly aware of one another is.
We went through much in the eschaton. I feel what we have here is. It is nothing.
Yeah, I'm still a bit sketchy on the details there. What happened to you in the eschaton?
She gives you a look.
Oh yeah.
Yes. How long did it last for you?
Actually, yeah. How long was it in general, DM Dan? I keep forgetting.
It's different for
Well,
everyone.
Yeah.
This is the curious thing. It was a different pit. So the laws of time were eroded during the eschaton. So there is no constant passage of time. For some, it was for some it was months. For some, it was hours. For others, it was considerably longer.
I mean, for me personally, the eschaton was. What's it? The skies darkened on the first day, and for me, I think it was probably about 7 odd days or so before the world restored itself. You know.
How nice that must have been for you.
Sure. Yeah.
For us, it was 10 years.
Holy shit.
And in that time, we fell in love. There was not much else to do.
I'll bet. 10 years stuck in the same point of time.
Yes, and now you see why. Mountains falling. It can all be fixed.
Yeah. Not all the falling mountains can be fixed, though. But I see what you mean. Just
I think create perspective.
Just hang on to it tightly. I know you already are. But I'll also do what I can to make sure that the two of you walk away from all this. I mean, not that you need my help, but... You know.
Perhaps we will take you up on that. What we planned to do on the mountain did not happen.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. We will try again. And she looks at Walter.
I think Walter's probably maybe making notes in his journal about the go.
Drawing trains.
He has no idea. Trains! No, he's truly the train fiend. No, he fucking loves a train. No, I think genuinely he's making loads of notes about the golem. He's trying to. I think he's quite creative. So I think he's actually trying to visualize the armor that he saw from the gang, and I think he's trying to draw and record as much as he can in his little journal that he keeps, just to try and make sure he doesn't forget any details that he saw, because as someone who is class of lore master, I feel like it is within his wheelhouse to be someone who wants to have all the details down. As the quick assessment man, visualizing.
Elsabeth, You and him go rest. I'll keep watch.
I will come by later. I will make sure you rest.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Many a late nights on the battlefield. This is nothing.
Yes, but a soldier must also rest. Otherwise she will fall. Schmucksy.
Yes,
The Paddington stare at his hands.
yes ma'am.
Okay. Are there any others before we bring this kind of long rest to a close?
Should roll to Elspeth at the moment. Just a brief one.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, keep it PG. We're still pre 9 o'clock.
Do we just click on the rest button as well now that we are doing it?
Well, it depends on what Walter and Elspeth do, because they might just go on like murder spree.
Yeah. I think as he finishes his notes and Elspeth returns, he will ask if, like I said, he was everything okay? Are you well?
Yes, we have been told to rest.
Oh, okay.
Which includes you and your notes.
Yes. No, I know. I am very bad at not putting my book down before sleep. Are you sure you're okay?
I am disappointed. Concerned.
Tell me.
We did not get to do what we wanted to do. We did not have our marriage blessed by the dragon, and now the temple is gone.
Well, we have an opportunity to find another shrine and do it again. And by going up that mountain, we were able to find out something horrible is happening, and we can be involved in making sure everyone else is. So we may not have done exactly what we set out to do, but we were in the right place at the right time. That's how I'm taking it anyway. And it doesn't mean our marriage isn't blessed anyway.
No.
And he'll squeeze her hand.
She squeezes it back. Crush.
He'll be okay.
I know.
Okay. In which case, as we focus on the two of you sort of like peering into the campfire out the front of the tent, we do fade to black, and there is a beautiful little piano motif that plays very gently as you all are able to collectively click the rest buttons on your sheets, if that is what it is. Where you've seen a button that I have not, clearly. Oh, there is. Yes.
Yeah,
If
you also
press
have the ability to rest us through the party sheet then.
I was going to say, where is rest? Where is resting?
It's the bed button
Yeah,
next to the
Where?
MP.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
that's it.
Speaking of which, I was under the impression my IP points would go up at rest. Am I incorrect? Okay.
You have to buy
That's
them.
good to know.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine.
I think was it like shopping and looting, right? That we get them back.
Yeah, that's true.
Looting, I think we've kind of added as a home rule, but yeah, it's normally just shopping.
Sure, that's fine. Okay.
That's looting.
Just for Ravane. Ravane's like, Lutz, let's go. That's good. Thank you for
so yes,
reminding me.
you're all able to rest. Are you all totaled up?
Mhm.
So resting just takes you to full, right?
Max,
Yeah.
remove status effects and
Mhm.
basically resets
Okay.
you.
Resets you. Okay, amazing. In which case, as you're Walter, as you sit up and go, oh, my IP points didn't refresh. You like the rest itself is. I feel like realistically, you probably would have gotten like a 4-hour rest, like a 4-hour sleep, just to kind of get you out of the funk that you're in, and effectively back on the road. So by the time you all kind of surface, I feel like Walter and Elsabeth, you would have seen like the sun rising over the horizon as you kind of finished your chat. But the sun is now a gloriously beautiful summer morning in this sort of like tundran plain. Who's the first to emerge?
I would say Kaya is always the first to wake. She always wakes up with a start, and always has to go out for a run in the morning, just to sort of like, she's always going out, she's exercising, she's doing stuff, but she always wakes up in a panic, and she's straight out, and she's basically, she does a couple of laps of like the immediate area before she comes back panting and a little bit sort of hot and sweaty.
Okay. Well, tell you what, as you're sort of like finishing your final lap, and you kind of taking a moment to like hands on knees, kind of doubled over slightly, the cold morning air kind of chilling the insides of your lungs. You hear this curious like clonking sound, and as you kind of scan the horizon, you like emerging from behind a little like a mound, approaches what appears to be a traveling Lorivar merchant. They strike a very peculiar figure. They appear to be wearing this sort of like lime green tunic, with like a yellow scarf wrapped tightly around their neck and sort of like chin. They're wearing a dark green, almost like a velvety kind of fur-lined hat. Striped trousers of earthy colours, and an enormous backpack on their backs. Hanging from the backpack attached to the backpacks are all sorts of like what appear to be mercantile wares and kind of travelling accoutrement. You can see a frying pan bouncing off one side of the bag. You can see a lantern hanging off a stick. You can see a bedroll. You can see potions. There's a barrel with a kegged, like a tapped barrel that's obviously got something in, and a very curious, like large scroll carrier kind of slung underneath the backpack. The clonking is from all of the various things hanging off this bag kind of clattering into each other as this figure is kind of just humming to themselves as they walk along, aided by a stick. You notice this walking stick has a white feather that's kind of clipped between a split in the top of the walking stick, with some other smaller coloured feathers hanging from a sort of a nubbin that sticks out. And sort of like as they're sort of like happily wandering along, they stop and hello, just kind of wave over to you.
She sort of breathes a far out along. Where do you get your Weeble shoes from?
These, a funny story. Actually, I actually won these in a game of cards.
I've always wanted a pair, because with the amount you wear on your back, that can only be the reason you haven't fallen over.
When you see a world that you love, no weight is too great.
And a good pair of Weeble shoes that make you wobble but you don't fall down.
And a fantastic pair of Weeble shoes won with a card game.
Where are you off to, traveller?
The figure sort of like looks around, and now that you've kind of approached, you can see that they have these beautifully vibrant, like emerald green eyes, and a very sort of like an almost pearlescent white hair. but which is kind of the hair that you can see that isn't tucked up into this kind of fur-lined hat. And they sort of like look around, bottom lip poking out a little bit as they're kind of almost as if they're deciding. And then they just kind of gesture with the walking stick, in the direction that they were walking. That way, I suppose.
I respect it. And she taps the cask. What's in there?
Only the best stuff.
I'll give you a glass of your best stuff then.
The traveling merchant smiles, and then sort of like as they go to kind of reach for the barrel, they stop and sort of like peer over, and they can see the tent, the campsite, like the camp tent in the distance. Are you purchasing for yourself or for your companions?
Just not for me now. They can buy whatever they want when they're awake. Just for now, just something to calm the nerves, all right?
And the traveling merchant informs you that every IP's worth of booze that you buy from them is going to cost like 10 or 100 supplies or whatever. 10.
Is that it?
Yeah, so for every 10 supplies that you spend, every 10 wealth, you can. So yeah, if you want to completely fill yourself up, you're full, aren't you? Oh no, you're tanked out. If you spend 60, you will have enough booze to be good for the day.
Yeah, so she'll top off her IP and then put things in her mouth that make a loud sort of a whistling sound to let the others know something's afoot.
And yeah, as the rest of you kind of peer out, you can see this very peculiar, strange traveling merchant. Hello, they kind of say as they wave.
Oh, what a relief! Oh. I go on over.
And as they look across the gathered group of you, it looks like you've had an eventful day.
You could say that. Be careful wherever you're traveling, my friend. I would recommend not Mount Yuji at the moment. There was an avalanche. It's probably not safe to travel, but I think everywhere else is relatively safer now.
The traveling merchant kind of nods, and when you say Mount Fuji, like their eyes open, like their eyebrows raised in surprise. Mount Yuji? Is that still there?
Yes, it's right. Okay.
And they nod and smile.
I would like to fill up my IP points, please.
Okay.
I actually don't know how much money I've got. I think I've got. I want
on
to say
your character sheet.
I have 0.
Apparently you have none.
I don't think that's true. I think I probably have.
Give me seconds, because maybe you didn't.
I've got a feeling it's
least,
like 100 or something. But
yeah, at the very least, for you, roll me 2d6.
Okay.
Because you've got at least that times 10. Oh yeah, you are so rich. Nepo
I'm so
baby,
rich.
right here.
Nepo baby. Yeah, nice.
So you've got at least, basically we can figure out how much you've got, but you've got at least 120. So it will cost you 50 to tank up. So if you just drop 70 in your
nice
in your support, in your wealth field, that will let you fill up. Is there a button to fill up at a merchant cart?
Yes, but you've not. I don't think you set up the right character for it yet. You basically have to set up a character, a stash, and turn that stash into a merchant.
Yeah, we'll do it manually.
We'll sort it out after the game.
We'll do it manually. Is anyone else topping up from the merchant? They just like this backpack on their back just seems to have anything and everything you could feasibly want to travel the road.
Ruve might look for snacks.
Yeah. What kind of snacks? Snacks.
We have
we have rice snacks, gummy snacks. fruit snacks. We've got some jerky. We've got this delightful wafer bread.
They're probably looking at some rice, crispy rice snacks, some jerky, and potentially some sweets on the side.
Okay. If you want to buy, well, the traveling merchant just smiles and sort of like hands you a little baggie of rice cake snacks. You don't actually need to top up any IP, so it's on the house.
Ah, thank you. They're very happy with the snacks.
Okay. Elizabeth, are you topping up?
I think she's fine. She's good. She is eyeing this merchant with vague suspicion. She holds hammer Walter.
What is it that you're? Is there anything in particular?
I think
if you would like to roll and open.
Yes, I think she's
willpower
naturally
insight.
suspicious of everyone that she meets first, just
Yes.
because of her history. But she will also roll. What was it?
Willpower insight, I think. To
Willpower. Is that an
gauge
open
someone's-
check?
Yeah, do open. We can...
Willpower insight. Oh. Seven.
Okay, a 7. There is something. I wouldn't say there's something off about this individual, but if it on the back of a 7, like you having this kind of feeling of suspicion towards them does kind of seem founded, but you can't put your finger on it. There's something different about them. Is it because they are clearly overburdened, like over-encumbered, and just wandering the plains at the crack of dawn?
Just vibing.
Yeah. Like seemingly with no true goal, like destination in mind. They're just having a wander. But yeah, I think there are those people where you just can't help but kind of pull a bit of a stink face around.
I think she will be looming behind Walter, just looking.
Okay. And yeah, Veronica, do you need to top up?
I don't need to top up, but she would like to buy some tobacco
Okay.
and maybe like some shaving foam.
Sure. Incredibly, both are found in this bag, in this backpack. The shaving foam, but then the pipe weed that the merchant gives you has this almost floral, but there's no kind of sharpness to the smoke. It's beautifully well rounded. It's fragrant, and you kind of get the impression like it's nothing that you've kind of experienced from the local sellers here or perhaps any other place. To smoke this would be a delight.
Where do you get this from, my friend? You've come a long way.
The traveler sort of like raises their eyebrows while they kind of glance skywards as they think. You are right. I have certainly been to a lot of places. I can only imagine, they say, sort of like looking at the pipeweed as they hand it to you, that place came from a happier place. A place
Me
filled
also.
with joy.
Me also, my friend, me also.
And the traveling merchant smiles a very genuine, warm smile at you. Do you know where your trails lead you next?
Back to Harukaze. Although from there, our hands may be more in the gods than we intended.
Be wary of the gods. They are prone to fickleness and changing their minds when you least expect it. The merchant says with this kind of wry smirk.
There's a bark of laughter in the distance, just a single line.
They mean well, but there is true power in the identity of the self, the decisions of... there is a power in your own decisions.
I agree.
The merchant...
You and I have a wisdom about the gods that those who stay in the temples might not appreciate.
The merchant smiles. It would seem we do. And they kind of flash you that very warm smile. Apologies, I have kept you from your journey. I wish you the best, the safest of travels. And please bear in mind that whenever you reach where you're intending to reach, you let everyone know of the story of how you got there. And the traveller kind of nods their head solemnly and lets out a little breath, and then kind of picks their way between you, and the clonking begins again as they begin walking off, seemingly to no particular destination.
What's your name there, friend?
The traveling merchant stops. I'm sure you will hear many names on your travels, and mine would just be lost in the noise. For what it's worth, just consider me a passing stranger. And they nod again, and the clonking begins as they head off. Let's go for a quick break.
All right.
We will be back in 10 minutes to play some more Fabula Ultima. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Do it. Subscribe to YouTube and follow us on Twitch if you haven't. Do it. And yeah, perhaps jump into our Discord if you fancy it. You don't have to do that. That's completely optional. Everything else is mandatory, however. We'll see you all in 10 minutes.
See you then.
Bye 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 bye. Oh, why are these buttons working? Ooh. Oh, they are working. Hey. Hello, everyone. Guys, I'm back from a break. But welcome. Hi, my name's DM Dan. We are the Explorers of Elsewhere. We are live. And we have returned to play some more Fabula Ultima. Welcome back, everyone. We will kind of pick up from where we left off. I'm just going to quickly click some buttons. Cool. So, yes, we rejoin the five of you as a new day has broken, and you are journeying back to the town of Harukaze, which lies to the north. Based off your based off your knowledge of the area, you are approximately 14 miles as the crow flies straight between here and home. So, 14 miles. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 14 miles. 14 miles, give or take.
I mean, if I attack Harukaze, there's technically no limit to how high my soaring strike goes, so I can just jump all the way in a single bound.
I see. Yes, that is the true quick travel. Yes, we rejoin the five of you as you're traveling back. You've managed to rest and recuperate in a camp tent. You've met a very peculiar wandering merchant who has been able to replenish your supplies. And yeah, the journey back can now begin with pace. As we begin moving on, we're gonna, and I'm not picking on you because you're eating a yogurt.
Pick on him, Dan. Pick on him.
I'm going to interrupt your break time yogurt, Theo.
Thank you.
As the five of you kind of journey on, about an hour into the journey, you've travelled about 3. Let's be generous. Let's say 4 miles. You're moving with some pace. What is something about the local environment that you're noticing? To paint you the picture, you've kind of descended into a lowlands. You know that there are lakes to the east of you, and to sort of like the northwest of you. Lakes which are formed from the river runoffs from the local, from the mountains, the nearby mountains. But yeah, what's an aspect of the travel of what piques your curiosity?
I think it's, for Walter, it is the beauty of. Sorry, I can hear myself twice, which is disturbing me.
Is that better?
Hello. Yeah, that's much better.
Hello.
God, I was hearing myself repeat back, and I was like driving me insane. I think it is just the astounding beauty of the world that this is. I think spending so much time living in the eschaton, living in war for so long, and then living in a city, like he grew up in Avonmore, which is a real bustling city, hubbub, no matter what, to the calms of nature and the surrounding environment is so anti what his whole deal is as a tinkerer. Tinkering is about like bringing all the available materials together, and usually they are city made. For him, there's a peace about the worlds that they are currently traversing, and tranquilness and stillness of it all is just very breathtaking, and he appreciates it very much.
Okay. As you kind of take in and marvel the serenity of the world around you, roll me a d10.
Ooh. D10, let's go. That's a 10. Let's hope that's not going to backfire on me.
As you're marveling, can I have a insight, please?
Mm-hmm. Open.
Yeah, we'll do as an attribute. Set the difficulty to medium.
Is that
At 10.
okay? So insight.
I think there is a under the difficulty thing. There are 4 colors. There's a sheep.
Mhm.
There's a
There's green,
green, yellow, orange, red.
Green. So yellow is normal. So
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yes.
that's one.
right. So insight. You said, right?
Yeah.
13. So success.
Okay. As you're wandering along, and like I say, you're in the lowlands, so a lot of the and because it's the summer months at the moment, a lot of the like ground snow has melted, but there are still patches of like mounds of like banks of snow kind of dotted around. You're largely kind of keeping to the ford bits. It almost forms a bit of a path through this sort of like large plain. But then, as you're marveling, you notice a mound of snow in front of you, seemingly wibble.
Oh. Okay.
And that is the technical term for what it's just
Sure.
done.
I imagine, as you've asked me, I'm kind of near the front.
Yeah.
So I will hold up a hand in gesture to the wibbling mound of snow.
It's not a wobble. It's not enough
Wibble.
to be a wobble. It's just
a
a
wibble.
wibble.
Maybe he glances at Elspeth, because I feel like they have this like unwritten, wordless code.
She draws out that battle hammer.
Okay.
It might not be dangerous, just
Um,
check it out.
As you say that, Porter, out the corner of your eye, you spy another wibble.
Great. Interesting. Maybe is it closer to one of us, or is it just surrounding us in equal?
So the wibbles
Measure.
appear to be kind of coming from 2 snowbanks that are kind of both like flanking, in front of you and off, kind of slightly off to the sides. It's almost as if something within the snowbank is moving gently, thus creating a wibble.
Wibble.
I think Elspeth will walk forward and, like, with the non-business end of her hammer, to sort of gently prod into the snow.
Okay. As you gently prod, Elspeth, if I could please get you to roll me an initiative check on your character sheet,
Yep.
and then everyone else can join in. as we have a big swoosh.
Oh no.
And
Oh, I think you just accidentally completed the initiative there.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I just rolled it.
hold,
Oh no!
hold.
I am not
Give
very
it
good
then.
at clicking.
Right, yes. If you click the initiative button, and then everyone have a chance to jump in.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh.
Well, I think because
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. That is well
Thank
across
you, gang.
the board.
Thank you, gang.
Yes, that is a 4 for 4 failure.
Should I
weren't
roll initiative?
at this point, yeah, that's all you can do.
At
I
this
just-
point,
So you
we
can
roll
do.
initiative. Okay.
I mean, I think that's
Seven.
fair. None of us were expecting the mound of snow to explode.
Yeah.
7. Okay, so in front of you, as you poke this mound of snow, it doesn't wibble, but in fact, it wobbles. And the snowbanks themselves seem to come to life. And you
Nice.
realise that these snow mounds are sentient? ? And as you poke at it, like, because I mean, what were you expecting when you poked with the non-business
A
hand of
little
water?
creature of some description.
Little
Little
squirrel.
something. Yes, fairy thing. Who knows?
Sure. Yeah, I suppose if you knock on a door, you don't expect the house to answer.
No, I don't
you,
expect the door to.
So in that case, yeah, the mounds of snow sort of like, yeah, wobble, and then we will begin the encounter. Unfortunately, you have rolled lower than the 2 snowballs.
We
in front
rolled
of
lower
you.
than snow.
Walter, you may quickly assess these
assessment.
snowballs.
Spend 5 MP. Sorry. I would like to find out the
Currently
damage.
in front. So currently in front of you, there's an icy snowball and a fluffy snowball.
I mean, yeah. I think we know. I'm hoping we know what the damage type is going to be, but I'd like it to be affirmed, please. Could I know what
Okay.
the creature's affinity is towards fire, please, Dan?
What is the creature's affinity to fire? It is vulnerable to fire.
Thank
The
you for
blob of
confirming.
living snow is vulnerable to fire. Amazing. Okay, so yes, as this snowball, as the snowball sort of like lurch into action? ? Elsabeth, it sort of like rocks towards you, and it kind of extends into this almost like nub-like arm to effectively like smack you across the torso. And that rolls a 12 versus your defense.
My defense is 12. As it meets, it beats it.
Meets it, beats it. Yes, so you take 13 cold damage, and you are slowed.
I'm slowed.
As there's this like insidious chill that kind of runs through you as this snowball smacks you. That ping pong.
Oh, I think I can counterattack.
It's rolled a 12, so you absolutely
Yep.
can. You've rolled a 15 versus defense. That is absolutely a hit for 6 damage. Okay, so
Reflexively.
Jabonk! Cool. So yes, the snowball takes 6 damage. I will pass now over to
The players.
you lot. Yeah. Who wants to go first?
If no one will, I'll grab the first
Oh,
one.
wait. Would you like me to accelerate you, actually?
I don't think it would be necessary in this combat.
All right.
But thank you for the offer.
Okay, go, Kai, go.
So she's just like, I don't feel I need to ask, but fire?
Fire.
All right. Fire. And her hands burst into flames. And she, raising a single fist, she puts all her power into it, and she attacks the fluffy snowball.
A fluffy snowball in front of you.
Oh, that's a miss. I don't like that at
6
all.
versus defense. The snowball.
Do you know what?
Just you go to punch it and it
Nah,
splits where your hand went.
I'm not having that. As her identity is a blood-cursed former soldier, I'm going to re-roll that dex.
Okay.
Oh! Okay, so normally criticals are 6 and above, but I have a special ability that any double number, as long as it's not double 1, is a critical.
Oh, nice.
So you've rolled a crit. It's 15 fire damage, which doubles because it is vulnerable. And what is the opportunity?
I am going to give the next attack a +4.
+4. Okay, amazing. As this fluffy snowball kind of wibbles away from you, having just clocked it one, it will attempt to slap you back. 8 versus defense.
8 is a miss, and because it's an even number, I get to counterattack.
Okay.
And I miss, which is fine.
Okay. So as you go to counter attack, but the snowball like rolls away, lubricated by the melted water, thanks to your flaming fist. As the snowball rolls away, Kaya, you notice a rumbling underfoot. Who wants to go next?
I will cast Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what the hell? On the Icy Snowball.
The Icy Snowball, and 18 versus magical defense is absolutely a hit. So
yeah.
we will stop that snowball in its tracks.
And no dancing yet because I don't think, there's no debuff. So no dancing, just stop.
Okay, so the snowball just kind of locks in place as that golden clock face appears and kind of Breath of the Wilds, Tears of the Kingdoms itself over this icy snowball. Amazing.
Oh no. Suspicion.
Kaya.
Yeah.
Does an 11 hit your defense?
It does. It does.
As you look down and you feel the ground trembling underfoot, from the ground, like from the snow and the ground underfoot, the ground opens up and a monstrous maw bursts out and bites at you for 17 damage. And this large, white, shaggy, furred creature with a singular blue, like ice blue eye, two curved back horns that run from its forehead, and hands encased in sharp ice, bursts out the ground and sort of like bites at you, takes a few steps back, and then lets out a warbling. Who would like to go next?
I think Elspeth might just get her swing in.
Okay. Go, Elspeth, go.
Let's go. Swing that hammer.
Oh, it's a big hit. Who are you attacking, by the way? Sorry.
Icy Snowball.
Icy Snowball. 19 is definitely a hit. 16 damage. Bonk! Gives it a good old clatter. It wobbles. It wobbles away. That was how devastating that attack was. And so that's Elsabeth. The large white furred creature activates a second time, and this time it's going to it's bitten at you, Kaya, and sort of like burst out of the snow, and then seeing the group of you, it then takes in a deep breath and belches out an icy breath that targets Elsabeth and Ruvain. So 15 versus magical defense against the two of you.
Yep, that hits me.
Definitely a hit.
And you both take 18 cold damage as this large monster breathes a localized blizzard over you.
Oh, no.
I pass back to you, Veronica or Walter.
Remember, there's a +4 going. Whoever wants it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm happy to take it if you're okay with that, JC.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so Walter, seeing the Yeti appear, seeing the attack on Elspeth and Ruvain, will quickly scramble into his satchel to reveal his fire rune as he activates technically his magical cannon of fire, spending 3 of his points. 5, but it now means that his magic cannon of fire can be used. So we're going to shoot at the Yeti for shooting at my wife. And I would like to add the +4 if possible to that one. Don't know how you add it.
That's fine. So a 13 versus defense.
Yes.
Turn that off. 13 versus defense is a hit.
Nice.
And that is 16 fire damage. As you load in the fire rune and the bolt, so the bolt that flies out is wreathed in flame. It strikes the Yeti, who roars as it takes double damage. Who'd have thought it? From the fire bolt.
Can I also use barrage? When you perform an attack, you can spend 10 mind points to choose an option. So let me just. So I can attack gains multi to 2. So I think I'm going to gain multi to 2 in this case. I'm going to fire at. Let's fire at Fluffy Snowball.
Fluffy Snowball.
So it'll be the same attack as before as well. So
Same attack as before. Okay, so
Yeah.
13 is a hit. So the Fluffy Snowball is struck by the firebolt, and it explodes into a plume of it explodes in a puff of snow, which then melts before it hits the ground. So it's just this wet splatter, and the Fluffy Snowball is KO'd.
Nice.
Very, very good. And then we pass straight over to Veronica.
Okay, so Veronica feels the wind blowing across her battle flag, the winds of war, which she feels changing, and she decides to go with it and draw her katana and use it in violence against the Yeti. And I'm going to use Breach.
Okay.
Go, Veronica, go.
Bear with me.
Ooh.
It's a fumble.
It's a fumble. So the good news is you at least get 2 Fabula points. You get 1. You get 1. One. Sorry.
Okay, so you get one Fabula point to take you up to 7. But yes, as you go to swing, so that means I get to do the opportunity.
Do I still spend the MP?
Yes.
Yes, please. Yes. So, as you as you run forward, and you run over where the fluffy snowball once was, you feel a chill run up your spine as the snow mound itself kind of clamps around your leg, and you suffer slowed. So if you click slow on the chat thingy there, and apologies, the Yeti is a champion 3, so after your turn it will reactivate and it conjures forth a brittle snowball. And then that is turn. So we go move on to next round. It's me.
Can I just check something, Dan?
Yeah.
When you say the brittle snowball, was that a ranged attack?
It would have been like a melee. Well, for what? Sorry.
Oh, sorry, for the brittle snowball.
Yeah.
It's not a ranged attack, is it?
No.
Okay,
Yeah, that was just an opportunity. The brittle snowball, having just chilled Veronica, is going to just gently wobble on over to Kaya, and violently wobble. It's going to hit you for 10 versus defense.
10 is a miss. In her Orok stand, she's harder to hit.
Okay.
It is a even number, so
Going to counter attack.
swing.
14 versus defense is a hit, so that is 10 damage.
As she basically blocks it with one arm, and as it sort of distracts her on that one, a fist comes round and puts a hole through its snowy posterior. Oh, why has it not added the fire? That should be fire damage.
I think
I know why it's not done that. Okay, that's fine. So it should be fire damage as well.
It is fire damage, yeah.
Yeah. All my attacks are fire damage right now.
Go. I'll just apply that twice. Boop, boop. Okay, right. So yes, the snowball takes double damage from your counter attack. That is its turn. Who wants to go next?
Can I quickly do breach on the Yeti?
Yes.
Yes.
You may breach my Yeti. Oh, we thought it was, didn't we?
We did. It was.
I thought it was. My face was like,
We thought it was a crit.
No.
15 versus defense is it? I believe. Oh no! Oh, we've got the old breach. Oh, but breach has been updated, but not in this.
Okay. What is the update?
Give me a second, man.
Desperately searching through PDFs.
It's in the bestiary
Yes.
under variant rules.
The bestiary is 366 pages.
344. Page 344.
344. I would have been here for hours.
Variant breach. You may use an action and spend 10 mind points to perform a free action with a melee weapon. This attack must target blah blah blah. Choose one option. The attack deals skill level times 5 extra damage and ignores its resistance, but it also gains vulnerability to any damage type other than physical. Or the attack deals no damage, and until the start of its next turn, allies deal skill level times 2 extra damage.
Okay, cool. So yeah, fundamentally, Georgia and JC, actually, this will apply to both of you. Enemies equipped with equipment doesn't really exist anymore, so the first 2 bullet points of breach are kind of moot now.
I was going to go for the third one anyway.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah. I was because I stopped top of the round. All sources deal SL times 2 extra damage to the target until the start of the next turn.
Beautiful. In which case, it's is it 10? It's 10 MP now, right? So it's 10 MP. So if you click the spend 5 MP twice,
Yeah.
and then we can apply a
There you go.
breach.
I have so much MP.
Okay, yes, the Yeti is breached, so everyone before Elspeth's next turn will take an extra 2 damage.
So skill level times 2.
Skill level 1, yeah. So everyone will do an extra 2 damage. Very good, Elspeth. We're going to pass over to the Icy Snowball, who is going to wobble on over to Veronica. Oh, I apologize. I apologize.
Aaron, come on.
You
I'm a priest.
take out the healers first. That is 13 cold damage, and
was that
Does
Was
Veronica
that
also have counterattack?
range?
I do have counterattack, yeah.
was that what? Sorry, Theo.
Sorry, was that a range attack?
No, these are all melee.
Oh, shit. Okay.
They're very slowly, like, bouncing on over to you, and then smacking you, and then very gently, slowly bouncing back.
Oh yeah, I can see. Yeah, cool.
I'm gonna say you are weakened as you kind of get double slowed, and we'll classify that as a weak.
Cool. I bring up my katana as a counterattack, but doesn't do anything. It sort of bounces off these icy claws as it swipes at me.
Do you want to invoke a trait to reroll, because you are drowning in Fabula points?
Yes.
So if you right click on the counterattack bit and then invoke trait to reroll. Wait, you rolled a double. Oh, it's double 2.
Okie doke.
Oh, wrong way, JC, wrong way.
Again, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah,
Can I do it again?
yeah. I mean, you've got 6 Fabula points. We can do this.
Whereas Steve Rogers, we can do this all day.
Yeah.
Oh my Christ. Okay.
Oh no!
I'm giving up.
I mean, it's moving in the right direction.
The dice have spoken.
Yala somewhere out there in the multiverse senses my hesitation to go back to war with my desire to spend my peacetime indulging in vice and gambling.
We'll blame this on Ruvain. We'll blame it on the funky pipe weed that you've been sold. You're just like, why are these glowing pink snowballs attacking us? Why is the sky green? Amazing. Who wants to go next?
I would like to accelerate, please. Thank you.
Yes.
I am going to accelerate Kaya.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's go. Fire fist, go.
And as you accelerate, as you kind of cast this spell on Kaya, it's also a golden clock face, but this one spins up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Whee!
We will go careening towards the Yeti. Comes careening towards Ruvain and Kaya. There you go, perfect. For 6 versus magical defense.
Yeah,
as
nah.
it rakes at you with its icy claws.
Ruvain moves aside.
Kaya takes the blade of the icy claws, pushes it aside, and comes up with a fist.
Ooh.
Yeah, why are you not adding the fire, you stupid thing? Anyway, for 15 versus defense with the counter attack for 10 fire damage.
That is a hit, and 12 fire damage.
Oh, so
does
24.
it does double as well. Amazing. Okay, very, very good. The Yeti rocks back as you counter punch it, sucker punch it with your flaming fist. Pass back over to you all, Veronica, Walter, or Kaya.
Shall I start some acceleration fun?
Do it.
Okay,
go.
so I think what we're going to do is on my... Oh, why did it just take my action off? There we go. Something's going on there, Dan. It's not bringing me up, but oh well. I will start off. She's going to point at the Yeti after sort of punching at the side, and she's going to attempt to provoke it. Come on, beastie. You and me, right now. So we have to do an opposed might willpower check. So I will start that one.
Yes.
12.
Then
You just hit oppose.
Click. Oh.
He is enraged. He is provoked. I spend 5 MP. Enrage is good for us because that triggers 2 different status effects. So that's like super status effect. It weakens his dexterity and his insight. And then as the spinning clock comes ahead, Kaya will guard. She won't defend anyone with that guard, which means my might goes up. And I heal a little bit. And now the Yeti can only attack me.
Okay, is that the provoke bit?
That's the provoke bit, yes. So he can only attack me until he is no longer enraged or I am no longer on the scene.
I see. Well, interesting. You end your turn, and then the Yeti has another turn, and enraged and provoked such as it is, it will attempt to bite you. 10 versus defense.
10 is a miss. It is also an even number. So she once again blocks, swings in for another dig in the ribs. Where is it gone? Where is my bloody abilities gone? Carl, you're meant to be the expert here. 10 versus its defense
is a hit because it's enraged.
Excellente. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to forego damage. I'm going to use Bone Crusher, and I'm going to weaken it.
Okay. Boop. So it is now weakened.
As she tenderizes its side with a couple of quick punches, and then she just comes back, and again she just gives it the come on.
My poor Yeti. He's so angry and inept.
Ruvain is rubbing their hands now that there's a status effect going up. It's
amazing.
time.
So, who wants to go next between Veronica and Walter?
JC, do you want to go this time first? Because I went first last time.
I'm happy to go at the end and see who needs attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. In that
There's
case,
nothing else. If Veronica holds fire, then you'll get an extra 2 damage if you do a damage attack.
oh,
Just
cool.
breach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, sorry. It's
No, it's Elspeth, so either way would be fine. Okay, well. I wonder what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to shoot the Yeti. Where is my... Shoot with the fire. Which
10
was
versus
10.
defense is a hit.
Woohoo!
And that doubles to... Well, that increases to 16 damage and then doubles to 32 damage.
I would like to use barrage again. Spend 10 MP. I think I can choose one. Can I? Increase the attack's multi-property. What does multi-property mean? So I can.
Multi is you can attack 2 different creatures on the same attack.
Oh, I see. Okay, sorry. I thought they might be adding the damage then for a second, but that's fine. I will also shoot at Icy Snowball as well, please. They also get.
Icy Snowball will take the 32 damage, which KOs it, and the Icy Snowball melts into a puddle. Very, very good. Anything else, Walter?
No, I think I'm good for now.
Okay. The Yeti will activate and
Has to attack Kaya.
it has to attack Kaya. So it's going to go for a breathy attack that hits Kaya and...
Oof.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Kaya and Kaya. Kaya and Kaya. Kaya and Veronica. Oh no! Veronica again with a crit. Yala has forsaken you, Veronica.
Thankfully, I'm guarding, so that's halved.
Okay, so it's 16 cold damage. And
it's a spell, so I can't even fucking counter strike it.
Reduce the MP, and it's what's the opportunity? I think you are going to be weak, slowed, Kaya, from the opportunity. Click that, click that, click that. There you go. Yes, so it breathes over you all again. That is the Yeti's turn. We move over to Veronica.
Okay, I'm going to throw up a heal. For myself.
Yes.
Ruvain.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And Elspeth.
Thank you.
Oh, everyone's back to full, pretty much. Amazing. So yeah, Elspeth, if you click on the gain 40 hit points, that will...
Yep. There we go.
Perfect.
Right,
Perfect.
my screen had frozen.
Oh, fair. And that is it for round 2. We move on to round 3. The brittle snowball is going to cold snap. Water. 9 versus defense.
Does not hit.
Okay, it lashes at you, but you manage to jump out of the way. Who wants to go first?
I would like to dance, please. Let's go!
Okay.
It would be Sato,
Dance.
I think.
Dance.
You stupid Yeti! Time to die! Come on! There we go, yeah.
Joke's on you, this Yeti is a consummate breakdancer.
Right, so it's the first one, so it's 10 MP.
Mm-hmm. So the creature is weakened, so it shall be dazed.
And as for a action, actually no, I'm gonna behave and go for another accelerate on Walter this time.
Thank you very much.
Spend
And
your
then-
MP, click buttons.
There we go.
Ruvain is now tapped.
It's fine. I just use item for now. I forgot
Okay.
that there's a weird 2 left, rather than a 5. I'm like, damn it! It's fine. We can fix it.
Amazing. So that is Ruvain done. We will move over to the Yeti, who has to. It has no way of shaking this condition, does it?
No. Bring it on, baby.
So I've done a bite, I've done a breath, now I do the claw. There we go. So it claws at you and Elsabeth. Oh no, I've got a double counter attack coming. Oh
Yeah.
no.
10
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Do you want to go first? You first, darling?
I will certainly.
Oh no. This is the epitome of why you're hitting yourself. Why you're hitting yourself. Why you're hitting yourself. 20 versus defense. That's that's a hit.
Big old swing.
Okay.
And Kaya comes in with a flaming a roundhouse kick.
Yeah.
So we're just both on different sides.
Yeah. For another 12, isn't it? So it's 12 damage, 24.
Okay. As an aside, actually, though, the 10 versus magical defense does hit both of you, so it's 21 damage.
Yeah, I've
or
already taken it.
half,
Yeah.
So, according to this, it is a ranged attack. The
Yes, because actually,
frozen claws.
He's going
So I have
it's not actually slashing at it. it's
We
stabbing
can't
it.
do counter attack then.
No, that's right. Well, what would you prefer? Do you want to take the damage or do the damage?
Well, if
Because
it's a ranged
I
attack,
can-
we can't counter ranged. We can only counter
No, it's melee.
melee.
We'll call it ranged. We'll call it melee because I've been
Okay.
running it as melee.
Okay.
I can tweak that. What have you got a range counter attack?
So I have something called Crossfire that after a creature you see performs a range attack, you may spend an amount of mind points equal to 5 plus the result of their accuracy check to have the attack automatically miss all targets. You can only use this skill if you have a ranged weapon equipped, which I do, and it has no effect if the accuracy check was a critical success. Which is why I keep asking if it was a range attack, so then I can hopefully, in future, it's the Crossfire, which I took last session when I leveled up.
Crossfire's good.
Okay. So the ice breath is ranged.
Yeah, but I think it's a spell,
It's a spell.
so I'm not
Oh, does
sure.
it?
Well, it says range attack, so I was.
Yeah. Yeah, spells are considered their own attacks. You got melee range spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair. Okay. Well, that's the Yeti's turn. As it sort of like as it slashes at the two of you, and then boom, boom, takes 2 counter hits from a flaming fist and a hammer. The Yeti growls and grumbles, and leaps back into the ground and seemingly melts into the snow and resubmerges.
Well, we all know where it's going next, and Kai is now at the floor like, where's he coming from? Where's he coming from?
Put your snow.
Well, yeah, that is the Yeti. Who would like to go next between everyone but Ruvain? There's a brittle snowball all on its lonesome.
Kaya, do you want to take it out?
I'm gonna hold off everything for the Yeti.
Fair enough.
Who's looking like the most damaged?
I think
Yeti's
it's,
gone, so.
it's a toss up between you and me right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's true. Alright, then I won't guard anyone. Nobody gets guarded.
We're all left to our devices.
Yes.
I'm happy to shoot my fire at the remaining snowball unless anyone else wants to go with it. Okay, I'll fire at the snowball.
Go, Walter, go.
The 14.
So you shoot at the snowball. 14 versus defense is a hit, which is 20 damage, doubled, and the brittle snowball melts away under your flaming assault. And then, wouldn't you know it, boo! says the
Shock! Horror!
Oh no!
says the
Who'd have
Yeti.
thought it?
Who will it attack? It's attacking Kaya.
12
versus defense.
is a hit. That does take damage. And guess what? Kai,
You're slowed. Are you
I'm
slowed?
already slowed, yes.
So you take an extra 5 damage.
An extra 2?
Well, so it'd be 22 damage total, so 11 total.
Okay.
Another 3.
Another 3. 28.
And yeah, you're waiting for the rumbling underfoot.
So it comes out, she just puts her elbow and it attacks her, but it slams into her elbow on the way up.
Okay. Dumb goofball.
For 12 versus its defense for 24 fire damage.
So that's 24 fire. It's like, you know when you see videos of like farmland cows that are in a a field with like electrified fences, and there's just the cow like just constantly licking the fence. That's what this thing's doing right now. God, poor dumb idiot.
I think-
Who would?
I'll go. And like, I think Kaya will use the motion as it comes off. She like pushes herself off the top of the creature's head and goes soaring into the air. Does like a Dalton Rowe from what was that game with the superpowers on the PlayStation, which is like smiles to the camera. She does this arc in the air, and then comes down with a soaring strike. So she can make a free melee attack. It will deal 5 extra damage if she hits. Where's my attack gone? Where's my normal attack? There it is. Oh, no, I'm going to definitely be using a Fabula point for that.
Okay. 6 versus defense does not hit.
It does not. I want that. I want invoke trait. As a blood curse form of soldier, I'm re-rolling that might. That's a critical, baby. So he's going to take 40 fire damage.
No, it's going to take 44 fire damage.
44 fire and
because it's got the +2.
And then he's and the +5 from soaring strike.
Hang on. Okay, cool. Kaya.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing comes out of the ground. You've got your elbow prepped,
And then
that then transitions flawlessly into a soaring strike. Tell me how this happens.
I imagine, she comes up, does that sort of to the camera sort of roll, and from the outside, it just looks like a meteor's coming down. There's this flaming strike, and in the distance you hear whomp, and then just all the snow is blown off the trees. And then once the camera comes back, there's just a crater with Kaya shaking off the fire off her hands.
Okay, amazing.
And she just turns around to the party and just...
Well played, my friend. Well played.
Kaya, as you emerge from the superhero 3-point landing, you watch as this Yeti melts, like the fur just melts away into the snow beneath your feet, and everyone please sing a non-DMCA victory theme in your heads.
For my opportunity, if Walter was clapping, I'd like to create a bond with Walter.
Sure.
He is like that. That was stunning work. Stunning work.
I will make it a bond of admiration with Walter.
Amazing. Very good. Well done, everyone. As you kind of dust yourselves off and kind of reassess your surroundings, you notice that this may be a mistake to do this live. You notice there is a nearby cave, which you assume is the Yeti's lair. Was the Yeti's lair. Do you wish to search it?
Yes, please.
Yes, please, DM.
I want to loot for
Loot the loot.
Where is
if
the
we're
loot
gonna do that,
section?
I am going to drink a potion first. One sec. And then loot time.
Where's the loot? I've
Right,
lost the
where's my-
loot section. Is it in the best area?
Use, please.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
I can't use it. God damn it! I spent 3 IP. Fine, I do it manually.
This is what you came for, YouTube, isn't it? Two grown men looking for a book, looking to how to loot bodies.
Here we go.
Is it in the? I would have thought it was in the main rulebook. Rewards.
264.
264. Right. Okay. Oh, but I was hoping there would just be a table I could roll on.
Dan, no.
Oh, butts! I'll have to do work. Oh, butts!
Well, tell you what, let's just like loot the cave and we can figure out what's in there later.
Sure.
We'll close our eyes as we loot the cave.
Yes.
If face
We'll
of
just
black and we
walk
come out
out.
going, wasn't that
Yeah.
amazing thing we found? That
Wait,
particular thing we just found.
bring out a bag and just scoop everything in.
It's like in The Sims where they go into that little room and you can't see inside it, and then they come out of like items.
What? The shower?
No, like in The Sims 4, you can go into like caves and things.
Yeah,
and,
black,
Oh, I
come
see.
back
the black
saying,
holes. Yeah.
You've
I
got an
see.
achievement.
Well,
Not
tell
the
you what.
shower, Dan. What,
You can see them in the shower.
I know what you're
Pixelated, Dan.
It's the right mods.
Dan.
You walk into the cave, it pixelizes, which kind of gets the thing.
Amazing. Well, tell you what. Anyone who's in chat can weigh in on what we find in the cave. Please keep it appropriate to a rowdy bunch of level 7s. You successfully loot the cave and you find some amazing stuff. And then, without any more discussion, we move swiftly on.
No
So-
conversation is had in the cave.
Oh well. Tell you what, yeah, we'll do that. Are there any conversations to be had in the cave?
Yeah, you notice Veronica is sort of cold, like she's got frostbite, and she's trying to hide her weakness still, but you can tell that she's like upset.
Can I try something? Because I technically have. Is there anything that I can do to? Because narratively, I have an idea of how to warm her up, but it'd be nice to do something that actually helps her, not just in a sense. So I do have heal. Does heal?
Well, I
I don't
can
think it does anything apart from. I know you can heal yourself, but I'm thinking.
I can cleanse
narratively.
myself.
Yeah.
For a second, I was worried that Walter's gonna like bring out one of his fire orbs. Like, don't worry, I've got this, and then suddenly we've all put into crisis as you let off one of the massive explosions.
Well, you laugh, but I was like, so the runes aren't they're not dangerous to hold. They're only dangerous when they're in. For me, in my imagination, they're only dangerous when they're. It's a bit like, I don't know, a light is not dangerous until you activate it. So but it has a little bit of a warmth that radiates. So nothing
Yeah,
dangerous, just warm.
As an aside, Theo, for 2 IP, you could produce an item that recovers all status effects on one creature. On
do that.
one Veronica.
I could do that. Let's do that.
Okay.
The 2 IP.
I'll just if I share this to you all. Boop, 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 boop. So if I make you all observers, in the items tab on the right hand side of the screen, you should.
What's a tonic?
Sorry, the journal. The journal. Yes, it's a tonic. In the journal tab on the right hand side of your screen, you should see an inventory page. So yeah, at any point, if you open that up, and you can drag that onto your hotbar as well if you want easy access. You can just grab these directly.
I might still flavour it a little though, so I will.
Yeah, of course.
It works as a tonic, but basically Walter will pull one of his little runic charms out of his bag. You did so good back there. Here, and he'll just give you this very small little ball covered in runes, which you're probably aware of. They're very similar kind of runic shapes that Veronica would have seen before in healing, for her to hold, and hopefully by holding it will activate and it will start to warm her up again.
At first, she sort of rejects your help and is like, "No, I can do it myself, please." But then she sort of does take it, and holds it close to her as it starts to thaw her joints.
Okay. Well, as kind of Walter and Veronica are, well, as Walter's warming Veronica up, you know what? I'm just going to dive straight in and say that in this Yeti's cave, you find what appears to be a partly devoured skeleton. Well, the skeleton of someone who has been partly devoured, I should say. Wrapped around the neck, sort of like clattering inside the rib cage of this skeleton, is what appears to be a gleaming amulet. Like a blue silver amulet.
Can we have a look and see? Is there any way to identify it?
Walter, what do your nerd
I can
eyes
study.
see?
I can study something, can't I? That would
Yes, give it to Walter.
be. Also, Walter is like curiosity times 10. That is his field. So I can attempt to gain information on someone or something using insight. So
Yeah, crack
I'm
on
gonna
with
try
that.
insight.
Dan, may I recommend page 280 to you?
I'm very quickly looking. Yes,
Or
280,
284 actually.
284.
Not a great roll.
Oh yeah, that's where I am. Oh
Hey.
yes.
That was not a great roll. Can I? Oh, okay. No, you know what? I'd like to roll I'd like to use Fabula Ultima point, please, for that.
Absolutely.
Oh, I can do it in here, can't I? Yeah. Invoke trait to push. Can we roll one of these? Confirm. Come on. Where's that?
So-
Oh, my curiosity. Okay. Submit.
So your 8.
Did that work?
becomes- Nope.
Something's happening. I don't understand.
Hang on, I could. So you invoking to
It's not letting
reroll,
me
yeah?
confirm it. Yeah.
Which trait are you invoking?
They're both the same. So insight.
Oh no, sorry. Your
Curiosity. My curiosity.
Curiosity. Are you re-rolling both or just one?
Just one, hopefully. That's better.
We're in
Hi,
charge
Dad.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we get all the stuff.
Ooh,
Oh,
It's
no.
the sword
Oh, no,
of
he's back.
killing. It. Ah.
Well.
It's a sword that does 9,999 damage.
Yeah, clearly. This pendant you notice has the inscription on the pendant around the sort of like the sapphire that's embedded in the center of it is the inscription spells out that the inscription says the winter wind always bites home, and this necklace, which I'll create an item for if soon, will give you +1 to accuracy checks and resistance to cold.
think that'd be good for water, right? With the range stuff.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I could see it would be good for everyone, but the cold would be
Yeah.
good for any of the frontliners. In fact, all of us,
Yeah.
it's random rolls. I mean, any one of us can get hit. So, yeah, given everything seems to be chucking out some form of cold damage, that's going to be good on anyone. And we can use an inventory item to take off ourselves and pass it on. So it's always.
Sure.
And
I think I just gonna say maybe the frontliner is better because like I don't think it's useful for Ruvain because Ruvain doesn't really attack anybody. So the accuracy check doesn't really do anything.
For now, we can put it in the party stash and
Okay.
figure it out later.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, that is what we find in the etiquette. +1 accuracy and resistance to cold. So Walter, you find yourself sort of like inspecting this on the move, and another like hour passes. The 5 of you have travelled like another 4 hours, 4 miles. Kaya, being elementally charged as you are, you're now at a step in the journey where off to your right, like off to the east, you can see these sort of like large. They look like large ice, like icicles, like icy stalagmites. That kind of jut from the ground, and an impressive distance into the air. And from your slightly raised elevation, looking over these plains, these icy plains to the east, you take in the fact that the plains appear to be fully when I say frozen, it's not like an environmental effect. It looks like the very ground itself has been transmuted into solid ice. It's almost like an elemental primordial ice field. And given you've got that kind of elemental manipulation from your that you use to fight with, what is it in the Arbudan Plains that specifically kind of takes your fascination?
I think as Kaya's walking along and we start getting closer, she started to notice like little snowflakes are starting to come off her fingertips. And as they get closer to the sort of field, she noticed that just ice is sort of more just freely flowing off her. So she's sort of moving her fingers and creating these sorts of like patterns of like snowflakes and just crazy like ribbons of snow is just now just sort of coming off her as she sort of passes by the field. And it sort of happened last time we walked through here, but this time she's spending more time sort of enjoying it and watching it happen. And a rare smile from her when it's just not in combat, as she's just watching all this sort of just literally just flakes of snow just coming out and just swirling around her. And it's just the biggest grin on her face as she's doing it, and all the snowflakes are just dancing off towards the Abaddon plains. She just feels the elemental energy of her sort of gravitating towards this place.
Okay. Between the other 4 of you, who is sort of like most taken by Kaya's like elemental toying?
I think Elspeth, if she's sort of nearby, she notices it, and she nods, sort of like a companionably nod. That is a good trick.
Yeah, ever since the war, like they trained us in these magics. I say trained us more, made us magical so we could fight better. And it's just inside. Always.
You have turned a thing meant for fighting into a thing of beauty. That is a good skill.
She offers out a hand. Would you like to dance?
And she puts the hammer Walter back into her. I'm not very good at dancing.
Neither am I. And she basically creates this sort of swirling cloud of snowflakes as they just dance terribly. But there's an unusual like laughter coming off her. Kaya enjoys herself for a little bit, and something she hasn't done in a while. And I think at one point she spins you off and holds her hand out to Veronica, sort of flicking sort of snowflakes that dust around you and spin up. And
Veronica, do you take the invitation to dance?
She's still sort of sulking a little bit. She's upset with the way that she acted in the battle, and she's been feeling like she's too old for this shit. She just wanted to retire in peace. And she's not ready for more conflict, but then seeing you dance in these snowflakes sort of cracks a little smile. And she takes one hand off of her sword and takes yours as she lets you lead her.
don't worry about the gods, V. Whatever plans they have, it's all about us anyway. We're the ones who control our fate, not them. You want the gods to love you, you just got to ask them.
We catch up with the five of you again approximately another hour later. You are now hugging the edge of the forest, the forest off to the side of the town of Harukaze, the expedition-founded town that's been here for approximately 3.5 years. Ruvain or Elsabeth, who do we catch in a moment of sort of like thought, daydreamingness? Like who's kind of being a little bit quiet because they're wrapped up they're mulling something over in their own minds with everything that's happened, everything that's going to happen, like what next kind of thing. And don't worry, the other one of you is going to get picked on after. So
Ruvain can do this one. I assume, like, what is the forest like specifically in your mind right now, Mr. DM Dan?
So these trees are, to paint for us, they look like kind of the alpine, like conifer. No, yes, the Christmas tree type alpine trees, except. Curiously, every so often, instead of the sort of like the bluish greenish foliage, the needly like leaves, there are like pink, what almost look like pink cherry blossom type sprouts, like the tree itself is flowering. And because it's summer, the trees aren't coated in a dusting of snow, so it looks quite verdant. Whether the sun beams high overhead, it like the way the light cascades through the like where it cascades directly through the needle like foliage, but instead just catches the pink petals, kind of gives it almost this ethereal, twinkly, glimmery feel.
All right, so they're gonna have a moment, because for a moment when the sun, as you were like describing all the sun shining through the leaves, even though the trees are different, from where they were from originally, before the eschaton and everything. It did, the lights reminded them for that moment of what it was like at home.
Mm-hmm.
So they, and it's not even home now, but like home all the way back as they were when they were a kid, and everybody was still okay and all of that. So they just kind of at that moment got lost in memories and thought, and basically what just happened, since a lot of things might have happened, but they've always been on the sidelines. They've kind of witnessed things happen to people rather than being it happening to them. So
as you think on this, what do you find yourself realizing you're missing most about home?
Probably so they miss their parents because they're both dead thanks to the eschaton, and also a lot of people they knew, adults they knew, who ended up dying, which left them basically orphans with amongst a lot of others as well, like them. They're a bit older than the others, but still. And they just kind of let that memory play a bit in their mind as they keep walking, and then they just quiet, even though they are a bit more chirpy generally. They just become very quiet.
Walter, you notice that Ruvain has kind of fallen into a bit of almost an uncharacteristic quietness. Are you approaching, or just kind of leaving them be, given everything that's happened?
I think Walter would recognize this, but I don't think he will try to snap them out of it. I think instead he will just walk very calmly by their side and be there if Ruvain wants to talk. Just more of a companionship silence than forcing anything that they don't want to talk about. But he'll give her a reassuring smile if they do.
Okay. So, Ruvain, I'll let you decide whether or not you kind of acknowledge that Walter is kind of silently providing that support. But we catch up with you again about a half hour later. And on a hill in the quickly approaching distance, you see a walled settlement. The roofs that you can see creating this kind of kaleidoscope of different colors, of different architectural designs. Those of you that have traveled, especially you, Walter, you identify it as a bit of a common trait of expedition towns, the almost chaotic fusion of a world's worth of cultures coming together in the aftermath of a global cataclysm. But yeah, as you see the blue walls, like the blue roofed walls of Harukaze, Elsabeth, this place is now home for you and Walter. What's going to be the first port of call when you get back?
Aside from us trying to tell as many people as possible what happened on the mountain,
yes,
I think it probably would be stopping off at home in the homestead that she has been building with Walter in the time that they've been here, probably to gather supplies and also just to ground herself a little bit in this one place, the first place that she's called like a permanent home in a very long time.
I mean, between the two of you, how would you describe the house that you've put together for yourselves?
Eclectic.
I feel like it's a very, again, we've not really discussed this, but I imagine it's a house that has been built. They have literally been building it together. So there's lots of like very interesting like architectural choices that show Walter wanting to build little places for his bits and pieces. And
So many shelves.
so many shelves. But then also I think there's a minimalist aspect because of how Elspeth has grown up, where the kitchen, whilst has lots of shelves, is also well spaced, lots of room, lots of like kind of minimalist. I'm imagining lots of wood, and a nice like welcoming fireplace of some description. And Walter definitely has like a little tinkering room. That's his. And
Man cave.
He has a man cave. And Elspeth has like a room which is for storing her weapons and her own blacksmith skills. And
Rage room.
Rage room, her own little forge. It's their piece of paradise.
So, I mean, from what I gather, Walter, the concept of like a home isn't a new thing for you.
No.
Like it's a relative life constant. But it sounds like for you, Elspeth, having a fixed abode is a bit more of a notable stage in your life.
Yeah.
What has been the most curious, like noteworthy aspect of moving into Harukaze, kind of having a place that is your own? This is your accommodation, and it is intended to be your accommodation for a long time. Like, what about settled down life has struck you as the most peculiar?
I think it's having neighbors, and then having people come visit you.
Yeah.
But obviously, she's used to she comes from a nomadic background, so she's used to her neighborhood kind of coming with her.
Yeah.
But just having neighbors in a fixed spot, and everyone always knowing where you are, and also like neighbors who aren't from her tribe, from where she comes from, neighbors from all over elsewhere, especially since the Eschaton. It's just strange. She's getting used to it. She's getting used to being neighborly.
And from where you're stood, like I say, Harukaze is built upon a hill, and at the center of this hill, sort of like at the highest peak, the highest point, you can see the portal on the kind of like on this almost like a plateau, highest point of the town, and it beams out almost like a lighthouse. And you know that in itself is a direct route back to Avamore, which is probably. Have you been to Avamore? I would assume so.
I don't know.
I mean, that's where I grew up. So
I imagine we must be. If you have a direct link to Avamore, and you spent 10 years in the otherness, I imagine
in
you
the hell.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say, in which case you can see this portal that you know is a direct link to the largest city I suspect that you will have ever seen, especially seen in recent history, and recent history to you also includes 10 years of being in the Eschaton.
Yes.
Amazing. In which case, as you kind of see this portal kind of gleaming out over the plains, over the woods to your left, over the seas to your right, the five of you approach the gates of Harukaze. You can see that there is a gentle bustling of trade carts heading in and out. A lot of trade is directly with Avamore, so it's kind of just going through the portal, to and from the portal. But you can see some trade carts are sort of like preparing to head over to the train station that's been established at Harukaze by the goblins to the west. for trading with the goblins of Ruma Hironobu directly. As the five of you approach, the guard at the rather sleepy-looking guard at the gate sort of like lazily opens one eye. This little goblin opens one eye and, "Oh, it's you," they say, and kind of clear their throat and stand up. "Oh, you've been gone for a while. Welcome back." And as the goblin opens the gate to Harukaze, we'll call it there.
We have arrived.
We made it.
Congratulations, everyone, on completing episode 3 of our Fabula Ultima game. So, tell you what, I will run us out straight away. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit the like button if you're on YouTube, the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, and the follow button if you're on Twitch. Jump into our Discord, it's free, and we can chat about everything that's happening in this campaign, previous campaigns, and future campaigns, such as campaign 4, which probably, spoilers, is probably going to be Fabula Ultima. If you want to support us, we have an affiliate link in the description. We have a YouTube members scheme and a Patreon, which gives you early access to content such as Nate's Daggerheart Adventure Sanctuary, which is wrapping up soon, so now would be a good time to catch up. Yes, we will be back next week, next Monday, for the next episode. So absolutely tune in. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching and or listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.